right, guys, we're back, and we're actually getting straight into the final round. So, final round, this, I think, was declared Swiss Modified final round. So, last round is going to be Noah Wright versus Sylvie Ziers. I do believe they're the last two undefeated remaining. It does look like Noah is going to be focusing on the Lyrical Nation. I don't know if you know what that is.
That's Bermuda 2.0.
Yes.
Can't believe they're so self-centered. They get their own clan
And whale.
and a whale. Unbelievable.
And it does look like Sylvie Ziers is going to be playing the one and only Nirvana. So let's get a look at the players really quick while they're going up their grades, trying to get a grade 3. If you notice, you can see our head judge, Peter, on his phone when he should be watching the match.
Shout out, Peter.
Shout out, Peter. All right, but let's get on way. We are seeing that Ziers is coming in. Guardian attack, Wright checking nothing on Noah's side. And Noah is just focusing that huge rush that Lyrical, for some reason, received from its support.
Peter, get off the phone. Yeah, get him. Chat.
So, while we're actually getting in here, I do want to take note of the
what are we taking
current
note of here?
field right here.
Okay.
We have Kingslayer's first playmat from the beginning of GPG.
Oh, so we have the GPG.
Oh, sorry, not GPG. The first Kingslayer.
Okay,
one.
so we have the KSC 01
Yes,
on field
this
here.
is when Overdress came out. Remember?
The KSC originals.
Yes, and then on the other side is the Naru Samurai playmat that you can pick up at narusamuraigaming.com.
Become a Step Samurai today.
Yep, Chronojet versus Virina in Dark States. It's a very nice playmat. I do recommend checking it out. We only have a few available.
Put it in the chat. Yeah, you got to link them.
Alrighty then. So, actually getting into the match here, we are proceeding into the grade 3 turn. It does look like
that he is guarding. He is guarding.
So, a little bit run back. Noah is playing the powerful. That's the format. That's the keyword. So, his lyrical
real?
deck is called Powerful,
That sounds so dumb.
where they gain an immense amount of power, but it's only 3 attacks. There's not much multi-attacking options for this deck.
So they're like quality attacks.
Yes.
Okay, I'm ready to hear them.
If you notice, he does have the.
They have the same sleeves.
He has the SSR on his mat. Or sorry, on his Vanguard, right?
Right.
The SSR is holding a Starbucks coffee drink.
Bougie. Bougie. I might have to play this clan. It makes sense that the Bermuda clan would be the one with the Starbucks drink, though.
Oh, yeah. So this looks like Sylvie is now coming into 3 damage over here. We are getting into the Nirvana turn. Proceeds to call Amelia, I believe. I don't see. Oh, yeah, Amelia retires herself. And goes in and rides Mahar over Nirvana right off the bat. So it does a right skip right here. It's now activating Mahar's skill to Soul Blast out the Nirvana and counter Blast 1 to call out a Trick Star and then deal 1 point of damage to Noah.
Why are there cards that just say ping a damage? I don't know.
So, you know what's kind of crazy with Nirvana? You can actually ride the grade 4 on the normal grade 4 turn.
Okay.
Activate skill, deal point of damage, but instead of calling Trick Star, it says call a grade 0. You can call Trick Moon behind the Vanguard and counter charge. Then call another Amelia, counter blast 1, ride Mahar from hand. Activate skill since it's a new instance of Mahar, counter blast 1, call a Trick Star, deal another point of damage.
So you can ping them for 2 damage in a turn?
For 2 counter blasts.
Wow. That sounds really, really lame. Like wait, is it like a minimum up to 5 damage? Like you can't kill them with it?
You can't kill them with it.
Yeah.
It's if your opponent has 4 or less damage. That's how it's worded.
Do they get defensive triggers if like the triggers come in, or are they just like going straight to damage?
they're put into the damage. Oh no. You get trigger effects.
Okay. Man, imagine getting OT after that. Be like, so, you want to proceed with your turn? You want dry checks? What's your play gonna be?
But take a look over here. It does look like he Persona Road. That's the SP version of the artwork. And he is going to be just calling it out. Since there's already 2 copies in there, he's just making it simple and wants to keep looking at his nice DSR, SSR, LSR. I think it's an LSR.
I don't blame him. I'd do the same exact thing. High rarity. Oh, but we're back on. I see you.
Technical difficulties. It is fine. We have some weird connection issues in the hotel.
Thanks, hotel.
So here, going to check, he does get a draw trigger, draws an additional card, and he's probably going to proceed the 10k to the rear guard. Second check, another draw trigger, draws another additional card, and gives the 10k to the other rear guard. Wait, can he restand? He discarded 1 card and restand. Okay, so it does look like Powerful does have some restanding options available to him. So we are seeing 4 attacks coming in. So here go with the dirt attack. Decide how Sylvie is going to respond. It does look like he is already at 5 damage.
Hitting him with the Noah right hook.
And then here we go, Noah coming in with the final swing. Sylvie is looking at his options available, and he decides to PG the attack and discard Virina Arcs.
5 damage to 4 damage. Just looking tight.
So we're going into this matchup. He rides Mahar over Mahar. There's no Persona ride because they're both grade 4s.
Right.
So,
really?
Yeah, the only Persona ride's on the grade 3s.
That's how they get you.
But he does now have a Nirvana in Soul, so he can counter boss 1 and sack Mahar from the Soul and deal another point of damage to Noah. So Noah damage checks the over trigger and gives 1,000,000 power to the Vanguard before battle phase.
Imagine speaking it into existence. Yeah. Yeah,
I'm getting
funny.
corrected by head judge for that it's 100 million, not 1,000,000. But guys, if you can guard 1,000,000, please let me know. You're lying to me.
I didn't actually mean to speak this scenario into existence where the ping damage was the OT.
So now you see that it's tamed.
Yeah, it's a balanced mechanic in Overdress, sure. Wait, what's the requirement? Is the requirement archetypal to ping the damage, or can you just float that in like any Dragon Empire deck in premium and be like, well,
It's a grade 4 Vanguard, so you're gonna have to like have a Nirvana to sack.
I see where I went wrong here. I understand. No, it just stays more OT at the right moment. Yeah, that's called Psyqualia.
Psychalia Strife, guys. All right, here we go. Going into Noah's turn because, there wasn't really much to do other than swing with Vanguard and gain the dry checks. We haven't seen the OT for Dragon Empire, so maybe we'll see it soon. I don't think he drove check it. Or what's that card in front? Is that the OT right there?
Noah's going into his turn with no counterblast, though.
They don't need it.
Really?
To restand, yeah, but to do just attacks, big enough.
Interesting. And this is the Bermuda clan? Lyrical?
Yes. Are you coming into standard?
No.
Why not?
We're just not there yet.
You're waiting for Lukier's descendant to come.
I actually completely forgot about that, and that was so weird that they're doing that. Like, I thought they were cutting that off with, like, Gear Chronicle. Like, okay, they did the thing with Shadow Paladin and Royal Paladin. All right, and Kagra.
Sorry to cut you off, but it does look like Sylvie did take the 6 damage from the Powerful. The numbers are just too big and is now proceeding into game 2.
Defensive OT.
So you were saying?
What was I saying?
And there are our 3 competitors, Noah, Peter, and Sylvie. Let me get a look really quick at the field.
Yeah, now I remember. Yeah, it was kind of surprising to me that they're putting in Lukier and Maelstrom and I think one other, right, Regalia or Minerva into D standard. That was kind of surprising to me,
Yeah.
especially since they're giving Gear Chronicle Stride and GB restrictions in D standard. Is that right?
So what are we talking about? Like, in what sense?
So I guess there's like two. I guess the main question is, or two. There's two little topics here. The first one being, I'm surprised that there's Minerva or Regalia, whatever that card is, Genesis chick, Lukia, and Maelstrom.
Minerva. You're talking about.
Yeah, like those three just seem so random. They're from different parts, like Vanguard's
and we
history.
are getting Lukier.
Right.
Get into the game. Get into standard.
We'll get there when we get there. If her skills aren't Counterblast 2, ditch a card, call cards from your soul, or Counterblast 1, ditch a card, call all your cards out from your soul. If they're not all axe skills and they have some auto skills, maybe that might mean something.
Nah, you just play standard. You got to play a more relaxed version.
We'll get there.
You can't survive off your Golden Brick Messiah deck for long.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
All right, so we are getting into the match over here. It does look like Noah is going second. He's going to have some early game attacking options. I don't know if this is the call on Sylvie's side to go first. I mean, I know you are probably able to right skip while they're at 2. Oh, no, your opponent has to be at grade 3, so you can't right skip. And Noah is just going to have early game multi-attacking, which is kind of like the name of this deck.
I got you. Oh, he hit a trigger.
Here you go, hitting the draw trigger, drawing an additional card. Not really much changing here because they're both at 1, so the 10k power not really relevant, but the draw is there. Does look like he discarded and went straight into his grade 2 ride, activating skill Soul Blasting 1. Sorry, not Soul Blasting 1, just search your deck for Trickstar and call it to the field. Trickstar does have a resist skill. A lot of people forget about it, but can't be chosen or targeted for card effects.
What a peculiar shuffling technique. Usually I see riffle shuffle. I haven't seen like. Sorry, I was just watching the stream, which is the game going on. My bad. I got distracted there. Looks like it's Noah's turn.
Yeah, so Noah's main plan with Powerful is just the multi-attacking, just like
But he's
not
swinging off a
multi-attacking.
grade 2.
not multi-attacking, but just like the 20, 30k attacks just at grade 2.
Okay. But
It's
is
just
he
honestly-
on grade 2 right now?
Yes.
And he's just starting to swing? Can he get the pressure or is like a multi-pressure, like let's say more than 3 attacks off of grade 2?
Not more than 3, but they are numbers. I don't know what he just drew. No trigger, I guess. And
Interesting,
it does
okay.
look like Sylvie is proceeding into 3 damage. And Noah's currently at 1, I believe. Alright, and then we proceed into Sylvie's turn. He is going straight into Nirvana. Noah is at grade 2, so he won't be able to use Amelia. He gets to search his deck for Virina Basic, and then choose who he wants to discard it and call Trickstar from drop. I don't. It's called grade 0 from shop, so you can call the Sunrise Egg if you wanted to.
When you ride up to grade 4 in D standard, are you stuck on that grade 4?
Like, are you asking if you can go back to grade 3?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, you're stuck on that grade 4.
Okay.
Or you can go up to 5 if they ever make a 5. Gets the critical trigger off to Nirvana, giving the crit to Vanguard, power to Virina. Second check, absolutely nothing. Here you go, taking the damage, getting a trigger, 10k to Vanguard. I don't believe it did anything else, so I do believe that was his heal trigger, which didn't proc.
What's that grade 5 that we did get?
Valkyrion.
Valkyrion. That was the timeline. Boy, that was a timeline.
Well, standard is 3,000 years in the future, so yes, there is a timeline.
77,000. That's fine. And it gets 5 drive checks. Beautiful.
Was it 70,000?
I think it was like 70 or 77,000. I thought it was something weird.
And here we go, now getting into the powerful turn, or how I like to get it, I just picked up Starbucks.
Yeah, I just picked up the Starbucks. Oh man, you know your morning's about to go uphill, downhill. Wait, uphill. Wait,
So
What?
overall,
uphill or downhill? It doesn't change anything. It all sucks.
you're just on a hill.
You're just on a hill.
Yeah, you know what's suck? I guess uphill is a little bit more hard because once you reach the top, you've hit a plateau.
How do you know there's a plateau at the top of that hill, though? How do you know it's not just immediately downhill?
And you go coming into the first check, second check. I'm assuming that's a heel trigger because for 2 seconds it looked like a stand, and I was like, what?
Those don't exist in this format.
I hope not.
It would be really cool to see stand triggers return, but like, I don't know. I really don't think they'd ever return.
No.
I wish we get more triggers with with those side effects that we can use and utilize. I always thought that was fun.
And here you go, going into 5 damage, Sylvie, and then coming with this final attack. Just the constant pressure from Powerful is just so difficult.
Really?
Coming and discarding, and then proceeding into the Mahar turn. So Noah is at 2, so once he rides Mahar, he's going to be able to ping a damage. But, like, honestly, if he hits a trigger, I'm going to laugh. If he hits the over trigger again.
Speak it into existence. This is game 2.
So he called the Trickstar, but hasn't. Oh no, he's calling the Trickstar now. Does he have a Trickstar? Yeah, he has it. Calls it over the Virena. Just wants to get more in there. Doesn't damage an over trigger.
Not this time.
You go coming in with the Virena Esperidia attack. He dodges it. It was only like a 28k. Now with the Mahar Soul Blasting 1 and restanding Esperidia, and Esperidia gains 5k for every original dress that's under it. Now going with the basic Virena swing for 28. Looks like he takes it, goes straight to 5. And then Esperidia comes in, and how is he going to guard? It's neck and neck. I'm kind of shocked that he didn't guard the Virena swing because there was no crit scene. So he could have guarded that one and then just taken the Esperidia. But now he has to figure out how he's going to guard the Esperidia. And he guards with the over trigger.
It's now his turn.
Yep, here we go. And does he have the persona right? And yes, he does. Oh, yes, 2 of them. Can you believe that?
Can you believe that?
Activating skill, Soul Blasting 1.
And you had me glued to that. Yeah, this sounds kind of hard. Go. You guys might not know it, but I heard a judge called amongst our players the sauciness, the tea, the chismosa.
It does look like Sylvie is going in with the overguard with 2 draws and a 5 to guard that attack. It's a lot of commitment I expected, but he does have the over trigger to guard the Vanguard swing, coming in, dry checking a heal trigger, going back to 4, giving probably 10k to the rear guard. He's going all effects Vanguard, second check heal trigger, all effects Vanguard, dealing the 6 damage, and there's no heal, so Noah takes the
Attack
game.
the life points directly.
Noah will be proceeding as the undefeated for today's event, but going into top cut, can he hold that spot? Let's see who can take top cut. They both will be making it into, what is it, top 16, top 8?
Yes, top 8. 44
Head judge.
players.
Can you please tell us?
Peter.
Okay, we tried getting Peter and he failed to talk to us.
Oh, wow. But
So-
no, there's, I believe it's top 8.
I'll be giving him a rough review on Yelp.
Very well.
But
Fair.
other than that, guys, that is going to be the end of round 5. We're going to be going into top cut. We were going to have a round 6, but because the down pair lost his match, there was only 2 undefeateds left, so we will be proceeding into top cut. We'll give you updates on what decks made it in. We can't confirm deck codes just yet. Deck codes will be available at the end of the weekend or tomorrow if we're lucky. But other than that, thank you so much for coming by. We are going to be going and getting ready for top 8 or top 16, top cut.
Top cut.
And we'll get the list as soon as possible. Expect a few more minutes because there's 22 minutes left in the round, but let's see what happens. But other than that, do you have anything to say, Alex? Are you ready for premium tomorrow?
I'm very excited for Premium tomorrow. Very excited. Fortunately, playing the Leader Messiah right now. It's kind of gross. But
Why don't you like it?
because it's gross.
Okay.
Anything that's not pure Messiah is just gross. That's just how it is. But the Leader Messiah is surprisingly, it's dummy consistent, and there's something about it that I really like, which it has the potential to outplay with the other strides later, and it opens up to a lot more options late game than I had initially, overlooked. And then by that I mean I was being too egotistical to agree with it. And
But,
once I humbled myself and looked at it, I went, fine, whatever, play test it. And I went, this is just dumb.
But yeah, that is going to be very dumb with Denimus and Vocal Boy being very difficult to deal with.
Yeah. I don't. Bushy Road making 30Ks on Force 2.
Other than that, we do have some events going on. I don't know if people around the area are listening in, but we do have a V Premium pods happening just to kill the boredom, get more things going on.
Yeah. There's still time in the day. This is the earliest the events have ended.
Yep. But I mean, it's technically not over. We have probably 3 more games because of Top Cut.
Yeah.
Can you stick around for that?
Probably.
Are you having fun commentating?
Commentating's fun.
Commentating's fun. All right, guys. Well, I don't want to hold you guys up any longer. We're going to be on a 30-minute break. Please stick around. If you have any questions, do comment in the comments.
Do comment in the comments.
In the chat section, and we'll try to answer them. But other than that, see you very soon. Peace.
Ciao.